All right, here you go.
Oh boy, he did it.
You did it.
Yay!
Hey, good job.
Cookie.
And we're live.
Wonders of technology.
And Jack froze. Thought he said that he didn't freeze on this. Oh, and he's muted.
Yeah, and he's muted too.
Who's muted?
You're muted,
Unfortunately,
Jack.
our host is like impaired on every level.
Very much.
Oh, okay. So the host, not me. I'm not muted.
No, Larry, you're fine.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to move.
good. Edmund, yeah, it might be
Edmund?
coming up. Yeah.
What? Whose phone did you
Edmund.
steal?
Don't, did it come up? Is it saying that? Oh,
Yes, it's saying that. And I'm like, okay, this is what he wants us to call him.
Oh, I want to be Edmund.
I'm just going to call
My
him Mr.
secret
iPhone.
phone. I know my iPhone is going back. It goes back and forth. It has a mind of its own.
It has multiple personalities.
It does.
I told
Jack,
people
you're-
don't trust Siri.
You're still muted, Jack.
You're still muted, Jack.
There.
Holy
Now
shit.
we have got it all figured out. This is what happens when Richard Ryan
Are you sure
Rose
about that?
steps out. This is what happens when Richard Ryan Rose steps out to go spend the day with his wife instead of being the director he is supposed to be for the Book Asylum podcast, which is back again with me, Jack Childress, who's totally fumbling the whole intro of this show. Kristen Vincent, poet extraordinaire. Anthony Castro, comic book wizard. Dungeondan, pain in my
Something.
ass. And Centurion Angelus Maximus. Our guest this week is author Edmund Stone, aka Larry's iPhone.
Yeah, please change that if you can. But that's okay.
Well, welcome into the show, man. Give us a little bit about you, man. What got you started writing?
Oh gosh, that's such a loaded question. Along, actually, I've been a writer for many years, but only a published writer since about 2017. What really got me to thinking about writing is I'm also a therapist in my day job, and a patient of mine I worked with. Yeah, I was there. But a patient of mine I worked with, he was a writer. Had like 6 self-published novels, something like that. They were all crime thriller kind of stuff. And I talked to him, and I said, hey Bob, what got you to? I mean, how do you do that? How do you write novels? How do you do it? And he said, you just write. And I'm like, but what do you mean? Is there a secret to it? He said, no, you just write. And I'm like, but what's the secret? And he said, nothing, just write.
Just right.
So I'm like, well, okay, I guess I'm going to just go write. So I started writing.
That's right.
But I did join a writers group, though, I will say that. And I was with them for probably 3 or 4 years. The Right Practice, they're on an online group. That kind of got me going with where I wanted to go. Met a guy named Justin Boot. I'm sure you probably have heard of him.
I've heard him. Yep.
I've heard of it.
But I met him. We started talking and started, at the time I didn't know really if I wanted to write horror, fantasy, what I was wanting to write. He talked me into trying to write a little horror because I told him about my past. Years ago, I used to love horror, Clive Barker, Stephen King, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, give it a try, see what you think. And so started a few stories, some dark poetry, started a few short stories. Next thing you know, I was just writing it like crazy. I mean, it just clicked. But horror is just, I guess it was just always in my blood. Whether I tried to deny it or not, it was there.
Well, see, that's
now,
something.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, see, that's something with me when I got peer pressured into starting writing. That's how I got started writing, is beat over the top of the head with it. But I've discovered I love writing the juicy bits, the kill scenes and stuff like that. But the damn character development just drives me crazy.
World building?
Yes, that. Hate that. But what are some things when you write that you really love, and what are some things about the writing process that just get on your damn nerves?
Well, the one thing I love is just I'm kind of like you when it comes to character development. I just throw a bunch of names out there, see which one sticks and which one stands out. I like writing the juicy parts too. I mean, as a lot of horror writers do. But the process. I mean, like when I'm a pantster all the way, I'm not an outliner. So probably the process of like, you know, taking those little bits here and there, like I'll write something on a piece of paper, or I'll write something, put it on my phone or somewhere, and taking that and looking at it, and then it just kind of like develops, like little pieces of puzzles start popping up everywhere. Like little.
What is that?
Yeah.
No, that was me. That was me and my damn phone.
Oh. But when that part's going, that's my favorite part. That's I mean, that's like hair on fire, just jumping in, loving it. But then, you know, you get to that point where the plot, you're wondering, is there any plot in this? And you know, that's probably the part I hate the most, is trying to develop that part of it. I will like go over it and fight myself on it and think, no, that's all wrong. Then I throw it off a few beta readers, mostly my wife. She probably gets more than anybody. But then it starts to, click. And then next thing you know, I dig that little, like Stephen King used to say, that little nugget, and just start polishing it. And then the next thing you know, boom, you got a novel. And you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, where in the hell did that come from?
Yeah.
But that's kind of where I am with it. I mean, I can tell you, like Tent Revival. Do you have a picture of it?
No, I do not. Of course, I got you all up on the thing so I can monitor the comments. Oh, and Nick Plummer is watching. Hello, Nick.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, go
Hey,
ahead.
Nick. How you doing, Nick?
That's my buddy in the UK. In fact, I'm wearing his shirt. All right. Yay.
Nice.
In fact, I'm wearing his shirt.
Sorry. That was...
Man, we got echo problems today.
All right. I'll show you a picture of Tent Revival.
Nice. Oh,
Very cool.
I
Yeah,
love that
man.
cover.
Yeah, I
do
know. That's
too,
very,
man.
People love that.
very intriguing.
Yeah, that's definitely a tent. You walk up on that, you're going, I think I'll go to the next tent because
Absolutely.
that don't look right.
Well,
Not me.
anyway.
I'd probably go in with a smile
right.
on my face, like, yeah, this is gonna be good.
Castro's like, hold my beer. I'm going.
Hell yeah.
That's what I would do. But anyway, that particular book started with I was at my day job, walking down the hall, saw a box, and it said mixed parts on it. And it was just a plain box that was covered, but it said mixed parts. And I was thinking, mixed parts? I was like, wonder what is in that? You know, I'm thinking body parts. I mean, immediately. You know, and so I started with mixed parts, wrote a little short story called that. And from there, I started developing some characters, throwing them in there, you know, different places and stuff. And then the mixed parts became an integral part of the book, because there's a character in there called Rebecca, and she has these big tentacle things that come out of her. She's kind of a Cthulhu-like thing.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and I mean, she pulls the hearts out of people and eats the heart, and then they become part of her tribe and her hive. And the hive is called the mixed parts. And they're all just like a bunch of bodies that fall apart and swirl in big circles above her. And the more she gets, the more power she gets from them.
This keeps
Wow.
getting better by the
Crazy. I
second.
love
I'm
it.
saying,
That sounds crazy indeed.
Okay, now have you got
That's
this?
cool.
Is that on Audible?
It is not, but I'm looking into that. I'm
Nice.
looking at right now, but I just started the process today, going to ACX and getting the paperwork in and everything. I would love to get this one on Audible.
Oh,
It's
man,
definitely been my best-selling book so far, so I definitely would like to get it on Audible.
Oh,
Well, as
nice.
soon as it does, man, I'm gonna be getting on that, because that's
Heck yeah.
interesting as hell. I don't get a lot of time to sit down and actually read a book, like a physical book, so I'm always on Audible and doing the Audible thing. And so yeah, that sounds great, man. I want to get in on that.
No
that's cool.
doubt.
Yeah, I think I've heard a lot of people say that. They really, they see the cover and they look at it and they say, "Is there an Audible?" I get that all the time. And I'm like, there has to be. There has to be an Audible to this.
Yes,
I'm going to definitely start that. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Get
in
that
the world
proper
we
cover.
live in nowadays, it's everything's so fast paced. We're always so busy. I mean, Audible is just the way to go. Like, so I have an hour to work and an hour and a half from work because of traffic. So I mean, I can power through some books through
Yeah.
Audible.
Yeah.
Or like Anthony
I'm the same
said,
way.
when I get home, I'm either editing something Angel. I'm
Mhm.
trying to write, doing stuff around the house. I'm just
Young
whatever.
Guns.
I've got something going on all the time. So just to be able to sit down, find a quiet
Right.
spot and just read, man. It's just like, just can't do it.
I
So
know.
I got a question. So,
Yeah.
how long have you been writing professionally? How long have you been an indie author?
Well, I mean, you mean novels or short stories?
All of
Both.
it.
All
All
of
of
it.
it. Okay.
All of it.
Go back 2017. I published my first a dark poem, and then after that it was short stories. I had 2 or 3 there, and then after that I just every year I had a few more short stories. Went from well in 2021. That's when Tent Revival was released. So that's my first novel, and then I've had 3 novels since then, and they're all connected to Tent Revival. They're all the same. This is book 1 in the Rebecca mythos, and then book 2 is The One, and book 3 is Lost Hope.
Cool. So we got us a series, which I like. I love.
Hey.
Like I said, a good one-off is cool, but there's nothing like getting to the end of a book
Yeah,
and
it's
suddenly
nothing like a
discovering
series.
there's more. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
you just want to keep on going.
You got an antagonist that rips the heart out of people. Did you name her after an ex-girlfriend?
That's a good question.
So I actually have the one on Kindle.
Oh, okay.
And again, love the cover. I feel terrible that I can't remember the book that I have read. Like,
Mhm.
I feel awful about that. But
right.
question. So with your stories, do you ever add any I guess anything personal to them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The one you were talking about, the one, the main protagonist, the girl in there, the teenager. I kind of crafted her after, probably more after my daughter than anything. Probably it's actually more of a mesh between my 2 daughters. It's more like
Awesome.
that. But yeah, I do that kind of thing. I mean, little things. I know my wife likes to think that all my bad characters are her, and I'm like, no. But she likes to think that. She likes to give me that all the time.
Well, I mean, you got to
But,
kind of make things personal, and when you're doing your writing, it's. I think it's very integral as writers to put like personal, aspects of yourself into it, or else it's just not genuine,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely. Some of the characters in Tent Revival are loosely based on some of the people I've known.
Yeah.
When I was working at the time, I had some coworkers, and they were a comical bunch. The craziest people I ever worked with at the time, and they might have gotten put in there a little bit. They like to take credit for it, that's for sure. The one character, Sage, the guy knew he was he's a physical therapy assistant, but he also had the title of Sage, and he did an online course, and he could marry people and do religious ceremonies. So I started thinking, and then I took off from there. So the character Sage, the religious guy in Tent Revival, he's very, I got the idea from him. The other guy in there, Samson, there's a big guy in there who likes to suck on his inhaler a little too much. Well, I had a coworker who used to do that a little bit too much. So there you go.
Oh, that is cool as hell. Well, now, have you ever had anybody just be like, dude, write me into a book, write me into one of your stories, man. Even if you kill me off, just stick me in there.
I've had people say that to me. I have, and I'm always like, I'm thinking, well, I wish you were a writer. I want you to write me into a book and kill me off, but but no, I've had people do that. The guy Sage that's in there, he doesn't get killed off, but he is the kind of things he does and stuff. The guy that I was telling you about, he likes to put on Facebook quite a bit about he's the guy in that book, and likes to tell people that. So if you have one, bring it to me. I'll see if I can get the author to sign it, and then I'll sign it too.
Oh, geez.
Hey, don't laugh at that. When me and Richard were at the Bigfoot Festival back in May,
right.
I'm actually a character in book 2 and book 3 of his series.
Yeah.
It's two separate. It's two separate characters. One is set in 1900, and then the other is the descendant of this character from 1900. And so we're sitting there. I'm like his big hype man, sales guy, and all that. And this one person comes up, and they're like, hey, will the author sign the book? And Richard's like, well, of course I'll sign the book. Sure, man, no problem. He said, all right, well, the Bear Baron, which is my villain character, so I want him to sign it too. And I'm sitting there like, what, dude? I'm just a character. Next thing I know, I'm sitting there signing right beside Richard, on this book, and I'm like, this makes no sense to me, but okay. We'll just
were
do
you
this.
signing it Bear Baron or were you signing it Jack?
I refused to sign the first one. Well, I take that back. I did sign the first one, but I only put my name. It was just like a scribble. So for the second book, I wrote drink shine or stay calm and drink shine, because that character thinks he's a good moonshine distiller, but he's really not. And so for the third book, I wrote don't make me shoot you, Jack the Bear Baron Childress is how I signed that one. So I signed them accordingly, for each thing or whatever, which was kind of weird still.
I'm on a podcast.
Well, tell them to come on over and say hi.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was kind of thinking. Hang on, I'll introduce you to my family.
Nice.
All right. Sweet.
My dad. Say hi, Dad. Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Dad, hey,
Howdy.
Mom.
Larry and Rhea. You're on
So that's
Book
Larry.
Asylum podcast.
There's
Yeah,
Larry's iPhone.
That's Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Hey.
Now you got it.
Made it all
Edmund
happen.
has your phone.
I know.
Let's see if I can.
This is my wife, Michael.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hey.
Hello.
That's her. I like to show her off every once in a while, She sells my books for me. What can I say?
Well, there you
Hey,
go.
that's great. That's
And-
awesome.
Just like that, through the magic of Hollywood, you're now officially Edmund Stone, like you're supposed to be.
Edmund Stone, thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, the good thing is now you've met Larry, so that works out pretty good.
That works out really well. In fact, we might have him on next week. No, I take that back. We already got somebody scheduled for next week.
Trust me, he'd be a good one to talk to. Let me tell you. Some of the stories he's told me over the years. Wow.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Where do you? Well, exactly. He asked me, "Where do you get your imagination?" I'm looking at him like, "Are you serious?" Like, come on, Dad.
It's like right here.
Exactly. He's got some really good stories to tell.
In your books, do you have to do a lot of historical research for any of them, or is it just kind of?
I mean, I do. The third in that series, I had to go back and do a lot of. There was a lot of like prequel kind of stuff of ancient times and things like that. And I mean, it's all fictitious, but I did come up with some some certain areas in the Mideast and stuff that I had to research a little bit. But usually, like as far as Tent Revival goes, I mean that's an easy one because that's set in the town. It's a fictional town called Salt Flat, but it's Salt Flat, Kentucky, and I mean it's basically where I live and the town closest to me mixed together. That's
That's
the
cool.
stores are the same, everything's the same. So that one wasn't too hard. The second one now there's a setting in New Orleans, and I'd been to New Orleans a few times, but I had to go do a little research on that. My current book, there's a big section in New Orleans, an area close to where I've been, but not right in. So I had to do a little research on that to get all the details correct.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
how
I
do
do
you-
research. Oh yeah.
But do you enjoy it? Do you ever like discover stuff and you're like, oh, well, that's neat. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's actually a good rabbit hole to get stuck in, because you get in there and you start doing research, and then next thing you know, you've been on there for 2 hours, and then you're thinking, oh my gosh, I got to get back to writing. So it's easy to do. But yeah, I like doing research. I like it a lot. I like finding, when we're talking about the juicy parts, finding stuff that nobody really, you have to give permission. You have to say, yes, I want to turn safe search off to watch it. That kind of stuff. But you can find some pretty good stuff online. So
So
Jack
needless
knows
to
all about that.
yeah, I was gonna say, needless to say, you're on a watch list somewhere.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I think I saw your face on there actually.
Oh,
You look very familiar.
Was he in a goat suit or with a goat?
Okay,
You're
well,
on the dark-
guys,
are
great,
you on the dark web much?
Hey,
I don't know.
great show today. I'm only going to be packing and moving here in just a moment. It's all good. No big deal. All right, well, Dan, you're being too quiet over there. Damn it, get in on this thing.
No, I'm just listening.
Jesus.
He's eye candy at this point.
He's eye candy, right?
Problem is he's licorice.
I like licorice. Fuck off.
So now, where exactly are you right now for your big event today?
I'm in a little town called Portsmouth, Ohio. Hang on, I'll scan around.
Yeah, I've heard of that place.
The buildings.
Mhm.
I've heard of it too.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think the
You
guy
know,
that's
you-
making my toxic pig plushies lives there. That's where he's from.
Oh, okay. So you know Portsmouth, huh?
I think so. I mean, I've never been there,
Oh, okay.
but the guy that's working for me is there. So
Okay.
Good
There's
attempt,
another
Castro.
author. Oh yeah. Well, there's another author. He just got signed with D&T. Terry Miller. He's from here.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. He's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for quite a while now. We went to we've been here. This place. This is our usual meeting place. We hung out here before. We've been to there was right a couple blocks from here. There was a little bar there that they used to do readings. And they would do like a Tuesday night reading. You go in, read part of your book or your poem or whatever. And he used to go to that with me a lot. We used to go in there and read sections of our books, try and like throw things off people, see what stuck and what didn't.
I was going to say, you're at a bar with people that are in the process of getting inebriated, and you're throwing
See,
reading
I think
at them.
that's the way to do it right there. 'Cause
There you go.
we have a new bookstore around where I'm at, and they're just now starting to do that. And they're like, "Hey, you gonna come read some of your shit?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna read that."
Oh yeah, no, I got a good one on that. Now, my wife will tell me, I'm like, she's like, well, I think they're going to have a reading, and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. And she says, now, make sure you know what you're reading and don't treat. I'm like, oh, come on now.
Oh, anyway,
Is that hard? Is that hard to do? Since you say you do it, I mean,
yeah.
How does it feel to sit in front of people and read something you wrote? And I mean, are you afraid to look up and see if they're all just like mouth open, going, "What the fuck"?
Not really. No, I mean, I usually don't have any trouble with it. I mean, I'll do that, and I'll look up and kind of gauge the audience, see what they're doing. Sometimes I'll miss the line, have to stop, get back on it, but I pretty much, I can. I don't really have too much trouble with that. It's strange. I don't know. I'm not a shy guy, I guess.
I'm not shy either, but I'm just afraid of looking up and going, "Whoa, too much, guys."
Oh, yeah. No, I get that. Trust me, I get what you're saying.
Everyone gasping, like, what did he just say?
Yeah, they're like, "Should we call 911 or not?" It's like, no, I'll leave on my own.
If you see me glancing that way, I'm always looking over at my table, just make sure there's nothing there.
That's where you
Looks good,
gauge it.
Oh,
Now, if you have somebody roll up that's trying to get a book, you need to run over there, and we'll get them on camera too. Be like, "Look, see,
all right.
we're making a sale here. Let's do this thing."
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
Jack, before we move on, we got Aidan Codia watching us. We got David Lingard watching us as well. Thanks for watching.
And David is a fantastic author. He's got some killer sci-fi stuff out there.
Okay.
Brain just froze on me because I got so much other stuff rattling around in my head right now. But yes, go check out David Lingard for sure. And then, of course, Aidan, that's our UK correspondent, partner in crime. Hell of a dude.
Archaeologist, yeah.
That's the big thing. But he's not the Indiana Jones type. I actually thought he was when I first met him. I thought he was the Indiana Jones type. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
He's the one that just carries the dirt from one spot to another.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
he's got the buckets.
Yeah.
Walking along. So now, Edmund, when you first started writing, how many did you have a bunch of people that you reached out to for advice, or if just nothing else, just like throw them a little bit that you were writing and say, what do y'all think of this? Did you have a support group or anything behind you?
Oh yeah. I had the group I was talking about earlier, the writers group, the Right Practice. Yeah, they were my support group.
Okay.
Like I said, and then I've had a few local people around here. Terry, for one, some others that I would throw ideas off of and things like that. Well, there's a guy here in the area. He writes like sci-fi horror stuff. Jamie Vendera. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's actually,
no.
Huh?
Oh,
well,
I said no. I hadn't heard him.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, actually, he's more. He doesn't really promote his writing as much as he does his not as much as his fiction as his nonfiction. He's like a vocal coach, and he does stuff like that. So, but he was on MythBusters and a bunch of stuff. So he's
cool.
He's been around a little bit. He's the guy that broke the glass, shattered the glass with his voice.
Oh, that's crazy!
Wow. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to go YouTube that. I'm gonna have to see that.
As soon as I get off here, I know what I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Something about a guy with a high pitched voice that can break glass is a little disturbing.
Well, what's the Marvel character? Help me, Anthony. The Marvel character that if he speaks, his voice is like devastating.
Damn it! I just spaced his black. Damn it! I know who you're talking about.
See,
he was in. If he speaks, just even if he goes, he could like destroy a whole mountain.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
That's not a superpower.
Oh, it could be. Actually, but he died so easily in the last movie. It was disappointing.
Yeah. Now he's not. No, I'm thinking of Banshee. Banshee is.
Girl, now Banshee's
right?
Banshee is a girl. Yeah. She has the power to basically scream at the ground and fly, and she can scream at people and injure them greatly.
Okay,
but this guy's one of the immortals. Back in anyway.
My wife has that
power. She didn't hear you say that, right?
No, she didn't. She way over there.
I was gonna say, now we would have known if she had, because he suddenly just disappeared off the camera.
Right.
You know, like
click. It would have been ugly.
Yeah, he'd have been kneecapped. No two ways about it.
We got DJ Cooper watching us. We got the boss lady watching us.
Oh boy. Hey D. We need to speak. And by the way, D, me and Kristen do want to talk to you about that thing we were talking about to do here in Nashville, little author convention thing. So just want to put that out there. Now let me ask you something. Who are some of your big influences? I mean, obviously Stephen King. That's like a go-to. That's like people in music saying, "Well, Prince." You know, give us some like surprising influences.
Well, I mean, Stephen King is not, honestly. He was not my earliest influence. My earliest influence in horror was Clive Barker.
There you go. There you go.
My biggest one. I love Clive
Everybody's
Barker.
all Stephen King. It's like, what about Clive Barker, guys? Come on.
Yeah, exactly. King was kind of I read most of his short stories back in the day, but his novels I really didn't start getting into them until I got a lot older. Then I started reading them. But before that, I was definitely Clive Barker. I mean, Books of Blood. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with that book. All the volumes. I fell in love with it. I read them all 100 times. I have them on Audible. I have them on everywhere. I still read them. I'm reading them right now.
They don't get old.
Black Bolt. Black Bolt. That was his name. Sorry.
Black Bolt. Yep, Black Bolt.
Wow, that was not even worth it.
I was sitting here just like spinning through my reel of like
that's his name.
I'm like, that's what it was. Sorry.
Oh no, that's
Thank
fine.
you.
I'm glad.
That's some more useless information.
I was racking my brain to think of it.
I'm full of it, Dan.
All right, well, I'm gonna drag Kristen in just a little bit because you keep bringing up how you've written dark poetry and whatnot, and Kristen happens to be our resident poet. So,
she's very good.
What is the secret to writing poetry? And this is for both of you because I can't do it. I've tried it. I can't freaking do it. So I'm going to start with Kristen, and then she can kind of lead into Edmund. How the hell do you write poetry?
I mean, for me, I go through a lot of depression and mental problems. And I mean, that's just really where I get everything at. off of everything that I've experienced in life, what I currently go through. I just pour my heart into it. That is my escape. It's been my escape since I was 12 years old. It's my outlet. It's my safe place. It's my journal. So yeah, that's what it is for me. So pretty much everything that I experience, whether it might be something from the past or something from the future, or something that's currently going on in the world, such as I know Nashville was hit with a school shooting a few months ago, and I wrote a poem based off of that because as a mom, it's hard. So yeah, that's just real life emotions, experiences. It's everything that I try to put into it.
Okay.
All right.
So Edmund, where does yours come from? Where does the poetry thing come out? Because I can get the writing, but poetry is such a stylized, specific form that it's not really like just writing a thought,
It really is. What Kristen said was about the experience. I think that's definitely where it comes from. With poetry, I'll take a certain experience, like she said, something that's happened or something I feel. Maybe there's one poem I wrote kind of about my wife, the way I felt about her, but it turned into a dark kind of a scene, because what I did is I took that one experience and then I turned it into, you see me? Okay. And I turned it into I took that experience and made it something more, extraordinary. The poem's called Commitment. And what it's about is a guy who his wife dies, and he wants to bring her back as a robot, and she's an android. So her brain and everything's put in there. Well, in the end, she finds that, or he finds that the more he does for her, he doesn't realize, but what she does, she turns on him, kills him so that he can be a robot too.
Wow.
And the very last line is till death do us part, my love, I give it to you freely. And that's the very last line. But it came from the experience. It came from the experience of how I feel about her and our marriage and all that. And then I took it and twisted it and made it something a little darker, but still, the commitment is still there. So either way.
So correct me if I'm wrong. In order to be awesome at your poetry, you have to be a tortured soul.
Pretty much.
That's what it comes down to.
Damn, that's kind of dark.
You nailed that one.
I guess my soul's just not tortured enough because
it's because you and I just embrace the weirdness.
Yeah, that's not.
I thought that was part of writing horror. You had to be a tortured soul. I just thought that was all went together.
No, that's just loving really violent, nasty shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. But doesn't that make you
I've ever gotten to poetry was writing lyrics for hip hop songs and youth. That is long gone.
Well, if that counts, then I'm a poet too, because I used to write on the fucking shitter walls.
All I know is
poetry.
It said I'm a poet, didn't know it, make a rhyme every time.
There you go. There you go.
God, that was so bad.
Shut up, Dan. Shut up. He's gonna log that one away. I already know how that's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear in just a second. I'm gonna find a charger because I think my phone's gonna die on me. So anyway, but if it does,
everybody knows. Say everybody knows it's Larry's phone. You ain't tricking nobody. We already know.
Exactly. That's what's happening. Larry's in the background messing with things.
See, this is why I love doing live shows, because you just never know what's going to happen. It's
right.
Just the most fun stuff. Just some of the most fun stuff, man.
Yep,
Well, dude, let me ask you this. Now, when you first decided, okay, I've written this book, I've gotten this thing, I'm going to publish it. How complicated was it for you to actually get it physically published? Was the process a pain in the rear, or were you able to kind of get through it easily?
Well, that in that process, it was talking to the people who are what's up? Hang on one second. What's up?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, probably. Hang on a second.
Do your thing, man.
Live, baby. Live, baby. I love it.
Find it.
We're just out here
Just
just
hang on
seeing
for-
seeing the action happen. Oh, and look at
Yeah.
that. That's what we've got to do at the Bigfoot Festival next year. I just saw those fans hanging up.
Hey.
Good idea.
Oh,
I never would
wait.
have thought of it.
We were baking. I mean, we had a couple little fans, but nothing like that,
Yeah.
man. You got it
Hey,
going
don't
on.
say bacon.
Hey,
Stay
I was
calm
gonna ask
there,
you guys,
Angel.
now-
Stay calm.
Yeah, Angel will
Different kind
start
of
tripping
bacon.
out. Different kind of bacon. You
We're,
got the bird for me.
Ooh, we got a
Where is
bird.
the Bigfoot Festival that you guys are doing?
It's in
Can't
a
tell ya.
town. It's in shut up. It's in Townsend, Tennessee. It's right
Oh,
there. They call it the peaceful side of the Smoky, or excuse me, the peaceful
Oh,
side of the
okay.
Smokies, because the other side is when you get off into Pigeon Forge and all the touristy areas and all that crazy stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got you.
I gotta
And-
make it up there for one of those, man.
Dude, you have to. This was just the second one that they had done. The first year they didn't have not even like maybe 5,000-6,000 people. By the
Mhm.
second year that I went to for the first one, for me, it was like 30,000, and then I think this past year it was even higher than that. Like this thing is
wow.
growing fast. And
It's
if
like
you
a
have,
1-day thing or a couple day thing.
it's a 1-day thing.
Okay.
And they pack a lot of stuff into one day. And the deal is, if you have anything cryptid related, doesn't have to be just Bigfoot. It could be any of the cryptids. You can set up a tent and sell, whatever you want to sell. So like,
Oh, yeah.
say, like with Edmund here, if he were to go out and write some kind of a Mothman story or Jersey Devil or whatever, then he could literally show up at the festival, pay for his spot and be sitting out there in this big open field with the Smoky Mountains as the backdrop or foredrop in this case.
Think
You're
I
looking
can
out
pass
at
off Bad Wabbit as a cryptid?
dude. All you got to do is work one in, create a character, work him in. That's it. Done. You're in there.
Wow.
And
That
I'm
is cool.
people will gobble that stuff up. Like I said, the first year that we went, Richard took, I think it was 50 books of the first 2 that he had out. We sold all but 2 of them on
My
that day.
sister. Hey,
Hello.
Hey, sister.
Support the big brother.
There
Hell
you go.
yeah. All about it.
I'll be over in a minute.
All right.
It's a family affair. I mean, what can I
Yeah.
say?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
This
That's
is
awesome.
freaking awesome. All right. See, now the last time we did something similar to this, D. Cooper had a self-reliance expo going on, and she handed the phone off to Millie Cooper or Millie Copper, and so she was just kind of going around trying to get people, different authors there to talk to us.
Yeah.
And the reception was terrible. It was one of the most
Yeah.
clunky things we'd ever went through. It was rough. This is going great. I'm loving this.
Ah,
This
no, this is
is
great,
this is
dude.
fun right here. Like I
Now,
said, so
see,
anybody you want to bring on, bring them on.
Okay, yeah. I'm just looking over the table. It looks good right now. There's nobody there, so I'm gonna go back over here in a minute. I'm
All
next to you're not gonna believe now this. You're gonna get a kick out of this one here. I'm sitting right next to my gastroenterologist, the guy that did the colonoscopy, my last colonoscopy.
Oh God, the last person.
I'm not
to be
sure
up your
that's
ass.
bragging rights.
How about that? Huh? I need to get a picture with him. I definitely do.
But when you first started saying that, I need to get a picture. I'm thinking of my colon.
I think he's got a picture of you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
already got a picture of the colon.
yeah, he's got several pictures.
That's a very personal picture.
I love this show. I swear to God, I love this show.
Hey, you said
You just-
uncensored. There we
This is
are.
great.
And it always leads to anal leakage every
Every
time,
time. Every time.
every damn time. Damn it, Dan.
Dungeondan was like,
What can I even say about it?
Hey, I
drips.
was at the I was at the AuthorCon this year, and I was there, and I was very notorious for because I mean there was nothing going on where I was at my table the first day or so. It didn't start getting busier till the last of it. But anyway, so I was always gone. So I would just put a little sign up and say, "Be right back," because there were so many cool panels, and I wanted to go to everything. So I would take off and go to the panels, and some of the author friends I know, Carver Pike, you guys probably heard
I
of
know him.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, him and Tim Wagner's another guy, but they were laughing at me because they would come in and I come back and they were like, there was somebody here, and I'm like, there was, and they said, yeah, we told them you'd be right back. We didn't know when. So I got Dean, the guy that's never at his table. So they were always like taking pictures of my table, putting it on, say, "Where's Edmund Stone?"
So you're like you're like the literary version of No Show Jones with George Jones in the day. There we go.
That wouldn't be
All
a
right.
bad shirt, man. Where's Edmund Stone? Just have it,
Dude, it would be a good shirt.
That's a good idea. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
I
think maybe I might do that.
Have a picture of just the table with all the books there, and there's a chair, and there's nobody there.
Exactly. Where's Edmund Stone? Yeah, I like that idea. That's
Go
actually
for
not
it,
bad.
man.
And I'm getting ready to do some merch. So.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
That's what I do.
All about some merch now. And we see
Now we're
Kristen's moved to a whole new spot over here.
Yep. Time capsule.
I just love this show. I keep saying it. I can't help it. So now,
now
we
have
went
you
from
thought poetry to what? You know,
we've been anal leakage. Just
that's what I said.
Yep, just right down the wrong hole. We're good at that. We tend
Hey,
to
there's the big writers challenge. We need poetry with anal leakage.
Exactly.
Oh, maybe I will try some poetry.
You might.
Oh, Lord. I can't wait to read that.
Oh yes, you can.
Yeah.
you want to
let
wait
everybody
to read
else
that.
read it and pretend I read it.
It'll be oozing with goodies.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Chuck full of nuggets.
Put that in a poem, please.
My goodness. So now
Hey,
let me
you're
ask you,
outside too.
are there any genres that you haven't written in that you're thinking about it?
Yeah, romance. No, I'm kidding. Actually,
No, I was going to say, yeah, but that's where the money's at. That's what I keep
It
hearing.
is.
The money is
I'm
in
finding
romance.
that out. I did have someone recommend a Colleen Hoover book to me, Verity, that's what it's called,
Mhm.
and said you might like that. And I read into it just real quick, and I said, "Man, is this Colleen Hoover or Daniel Volpe? Who am I reading here?"
Oh, damn. I've actually
Because-
got a Daniel Volpe on my Audible that I barely started it because I had some other stuff to catch up on. So I got a bad feeling I'm probably going down a rabbit hole that I'm not going to want to go in without at least a lot of antiseptic wipes and stuff.
Have
I
you read
think you'll be right
Have you
at
read
home.
Bloom?
No.
Okay.
No, that's Duncan Ralston.
Similar
isn't it?
situation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's Duncan Ralston. Yeah. Now the one I got from Daniel, actually, I did was part of they're doing a charity thing for somebody, and so I jumped in because I tend to do that. It's just kind of compulsive. I can't help it. I want to help.
I know what you
But it was shit. Now I'm having a Kristen moment. Now I can't remember the name of the damn.
Way to
title.
call her out.
Yep. Well, that's what we do on this show, Dan.
Yeah, touche.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Left to You. That's the one that I've got sitting there. So you highly recommend or just recommend?
I haven't read it yet, but I would definitely recommend because I've heard a lot of good things about it. That is D&T. Is that who put that out? Am I right?
That I'm not 100% sure of. Let me see. I can actually maybe look at that right now while y'all talk amongst yourselves. Let's go. Chop chop.
All right.
Back nabbit.
So Edmund, I wanted to ask you, the characters you write in your story, do you write characters based on people you know?
I do some. It's I mean, you never know. You come up with you see something and you just write it in, and then next thing you know, they're looking at you like, wait a minute, you just told me that excerpt that sounds an awful lot like me, and I'm like, no, it's all good.
But you're going all Carly
sometimes.
Simon on them. Oh no, I wasn't right about you at all.
And then
Some other
then
schluck.
they're talking about royalties and stuff. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Come on.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Throw them a
bugger
quarter.
off.
Here's your royalty.
right, exactly. But no, sometimes, I mean, if I get a character idea and I can go with it and it sounds great, I'm gonna take it as far as I can. So even if it's about somebody, maybe even blatantly about somebody, I'm still gonna write.
Yeah.
Well, Dan's been waiting on it, so I'm not going to make him wait any longer. if you ever need a skinny country boy from Tennessee that looks like this, have at it. Do what you want. No royalties needed. Just make sure I get a copy of it to hang up here.
I might take you up on that.
Yeah,
So
so
many
then,
people have written Jack and killed them in his books. We just call them cannon fodder at this point.
Yeah.
mhm.
All right.
I
Well,
don't know
now,
how
some
many
of them
books you've been
I-
in, Jack, but I can't.
Oh, God,
lost
I
count.
I don't even know how many I've been in. In fact, I've got a UK author that's writing me. In fact, freaking Damian Lee is he's writing me into the virus series that he's got, and he
As the
originally
chronic
planned.
masturbator.
Well, damn it! Spoilers, Dan. Spoilers. What's wrong with you?
Damn.
But
Damn,
originally, the character was supposed to be like a one and done. Like I appear, he's a podcaster touring the UK and blah blah blah, and then he gets ate up by zombies. But then he started playing around with my dialect, the whole Southern accent and country phrases. And I'm suddenly getting text from him like, "Hey, would you say something like this, mate?" And then he'll give me like the line. I'm like, "No, I don't even know what that means." And so I would give him the line back. Now, the next thing I know, the character's still alive and is part of his group. Like he's continuing on with the guy. So yeah, I've wound up in a lot of interesting books. In fact, Merrill David, he wrote me into Fester, which is his splatterpunk book. And that I expected again just to be this quick little appearance, and then I'm dead, and then I'm gone. Then I wind up as one of the main characters in it. Still wind up dead and gone, but as a big part of the story. So yeah, I've become kind of a whore for this, to be honest with you.
That's a polite way to put it.
Yeah, you know,
It's a good way to put it.
So
It's just fun.
Kelvin has put me as the character in a few of his books, whether it's the appearance of me or like the description, like size wise or anything. One of them, my favorite, is reptile dysfunction.
Now is this Allison or
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Kelvin V. Allison, for everybody that may be looking to find this author.
Yeah. And he's awesome. He's so genuine and just so kind. But yeah, he didn't kill me in the first book. So let's see what happens in the second one.
You know, and we've talked about this before, man. There's something about getting written into someone's book in any capacity. It could be a quick scene where your name is put in there, a little description. So you say, yeah, that's what I look like. And then dead. And yet it's still so cool because I call it being immortalized. As long as this book is out there in any form, whether it be digital, physical, audio, whatever, people are going to hear your name. They're going to hear a description of you. It's a really cool thing, you know, which is why it would piss me off. People like, well, do I get royalties? No, motherfucker. I gave you immortality. That's good enough. Get out of here.
That's good enough, right?
You
Now
know,
you're talking. No, I've got an idea for a book coming out soon that you might actually fit in.
me likey.
So
Me
we'll see.
likey.
Now, it's not small
I
town
wouldn't.
Tennessee, but it's small town Kentucky. Is there really any difference? So there you go.
Hey, close enough. I'm in Gallatin, which literally I could just about step over with
Yeah.
and
There you go.
touch Kentucky from where I'm at. So,
There
I
you go.
think,
close enough.
I think the Kentucky border from me is like maybe an hour, 25 minutes, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Kristen are kind of in the same region, which is why we got some plans that we're
Yep.
keeping under wraps for right now. We got some plans though. There's gonna be some more content coming in the future,
That's good.
guaranteed.
You're terrible at keeping things under
good.
wraps, Jack.
I know. I'm trying to get better at it, Dan. Damn
Well,
it.
you're still failing.
I'm terrible at it, y'all, because like literally for Christmas or holidays, birthdays, whatever, it's like, oh, I got a surprise for you. And then of course my husband always figures out what I have gotten him because it's like I'm terrible at keeping the surprises. I am.
Yeah, I'm usually that guy that goes, "Hey, I bought you something really cool for Christmas. Here it is." And it's like November,
Right.
like,
I couldn't wait till December here.
yes. Yeah. Shit happens. It does happen.
It's a
So
thought.
now, so what are you working on right now?
Well, I mean, I have my new book coming out, Within Horror in 3 parts. I've got a few short stories. I'm fishing around to different places.
I
have
got a place.
novel.
I got a place for you. I do. I've got a place for your short story that you ain't even got to worry about it. I can get it in there.
Okay.
Yep.
All
yes,
right,
Word Peddler magazine. It's a new thing that Dee had just started, and yeah, we can get you in that for shizzle.
Cool. I've got a couple of them, so one or the other might work. I also have a novel that's finished, but it's being I fished it around to different publishers. D&T has it right now, so they're just checking it out, and they'll let me know. So we'll see. Hopefully they take it.
Hell yeah.
But it's I've got that, and I've got a couple. Like I said, I've got a couple other novels too that are pretty close to finish. They just need a lot of revision, but they're pretty well done. So I should have about lots of stuff coming out soon.
Okay, so you basically I'm doing what you're doing right now. Like if I flip up my laptop right now and I open up my Word, I've got like 4 things going on. None of them finished. They're just all there. So I guess you apparently have like that ADD thing a little bit where like you'll be into a story real deep and then all of a sudden you're like, other story. And you wander off. Okay. So I'm not alone. Thank God for that.
Oh yeah, no.
Seems to be universal.
I definitely fit that description 100%. Definitely.
When do you make yourself kind of try to keep up with like a word count? Because like I said, Angel, that's his big thing. And I love it because it's kind of cool to see, I'm going for this many words. I've got this many words today. Do you keep up with that, or does it even matter to you?
No, it matters. What I try to do, like right now with it being summer, and then I got a lot of stuff going on with the book release and launch. I'm doing about anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 a day is what I try to keep up with. Most of the time, especially like in the winter time when things are kind of down, I can do upwards of 2,000 to 3,000 a day. And if I can get that, I feel pretty good about it.
You guys are so lucky.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I shoot for.
I just get what I get, because I got the kids, I got the dog, I got everything going on. It's just like I sit down, I start writing, and I get 10 words in, and it's like, Dad, we're hungry, and it's like, So I gotta get it where I can, man.
No, I'm with you. Hey, if I had kids running around, I'd be in the same boat, I'm sure. I have grandkids, but I don't have kids. So, and they're over all the time, so I run into that a little bit. My middle granddaughter is like she's going to be she's going to be a horror author for sure. She's got the imagination for it. She's 6 years old and already throwing ideas off of me that I think are going to stick. I mean, they're great.
Damn,
nice.
So anyway, I got that going on. No, with me, it's more like I get up super early. I usually get up about 4:30 every morning, and what I'll do. What I'll do is, I think I'm going to have to go back and get the charger again. This thing's turning down on me so fast. What I do is I get that, and then if I feel like I've only got like say maybe 1,500 when I head off to my day job, when I come home, I try to finish it up real quick and get the rest of it. Because in the evening, there's usually at least an hour or two there. I can grab some extra time to write in. But my best time is between 4:30 in the morning to about 6:37. That's my best writing time right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now let me ask you this. Have you ever tried to force it? Because I've found myself having to do that at times. Like I need to write. I don't really have anything, but I need to write. So I'm just going to sit down. I'm going to peck at the keyboard and see what happens. Do you ever find yourself doing that, or do you pretty much sit down with a plan?
Oh no, I never have a plan. That's crazy. What's that?
That's how I live.
No, I mean, when I said, I guess in a plan is I do have a certain word count I'm shooting for, but there's never any real plan to it. I mean, I know my time. I sit down, I jump on it, get as fast as much as I can, do fast and furious. But yeah, there are times when I have to force it. Oh, absolutely. I'll go. What I'll do is I'll get to a spot. Oh, come on now. This stupid car. I'll get to a spot and then I'll like think, well, maybe I should just quit. And then I tell myself, no, I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna do this. And I'll just push it out. And if it turns out like crap, then I just I revise it, fix it, and go on. I mean,
Like just push really hard.
Public
Yeah.
service announcement right
Okay.
here. Amazon, like $20, if that. This is a portable charger. Get you one of these. Get you one of these.
Solar charging.
Got a couple
Next time you
Is that
steal
what that
Larry's
is?
phone, you better have one.
I'm telling
Right-
you, I'm
right
telling
here.
you, I'm starting to think.
They are-
I'm using the minivan, or not minivan, SUV, whatever this thing is. My wife's.
Mm.
That's the portable charger I'm using at the moment.
That's an awfully damn big
Yours would
portable
work
charger.
better.
Yeah. It's a lot lighter to carry around in your pocket. Just saying.
I'll bet. I'll bet. I'm just
Well,
gonna
now,
fire this thing up.
What has been the one thing about writing that has just
Mhm.
been the most fun? Whether it be the actual process itself, the release, like when you finally hit the launch button, the feedback. What is it about the writing that just makes you
Mhm.
just go, wee?
Wow.
Mhm.
To go wee. Huh?
Jack with the
Yeah,
Jack with the
probably-
singing questions.
I'll always
Yeah.
drop that
No, okay.
one
so
question.
Jack, nobody says we.
I do.
You said feedback,
Okay.
right?
No,
Like
the thing
feedback
that
from-
well, no, the thing, yeah, feedback from the fans, but what is that one thing that just is the most fun part of the writing process for you? Whether it be, like I said, the actual writing itself, the release, the moment you get to go, I have finished it, boom, published, or is it the feedback from the fans? I mean, what is it that just really just makes this so much fun for you?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a little bit of everything, but the publishing part is like it feels great to have something published and out there, but it's also more of like a weight off my shoulders kind of feeling on that part. Then all the anxiety starts. Is everybody gonna like it? Are they gonna hate it? You know, all that
Yeah.
stuff starts.
I know the feeling.
But probably
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Probably the early reviews, the people, you know, when people start coming in and saying they start picking out little things that you're looking at and you're thinking, that's exactly what I meant. You know, I'm glad they're seeing that and they're picking that out. That probably is, for me, that's probably one of the best feelings ever, that they get what I'm saying, you know. And it's not like I have to explain it and everything. They figure it out. And that probably is a huge, I mean, that's just a great feeling right there. Because it feels like
Yeah.
you're in sync with the person that's reading it. My opinion, anyway, it just feels that way, you know. So that's probably
Heck
my
yeah.
favorite part of it right there.
Hell yeah. Very cool. Try and leave the floor open.
All right.
You've already asked all the questions I had. I've got nothing.
Y'all just aren't fast enough. That's
Nothing.
the thing.
No, it's
Hey, you
good.
wanna see this?
Good eye candy.
Oh,
Check
what
that
is
out.
this?
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Had somebody
Oh.
make that
Oh,
for me. Edmund
I got
Stone.
something.
oh wow.
How about that, huh?
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
huh?
cool.
So there's a question that popped up in the comments that I found. And it's, I believe it is pronounced Aiden.
Aiden Collier.
Aiden Collier. That's our guy.
He wants to know, have you ever written a scene that made you cry? If you have, what was it?
Oh,
That's a good
Aiden's
one.
getting all fucking feely now.
yeah, tetchy tetchy.
Oh, well, yeah, actually, there was one. The other, I mean, yeah, definitely one. I was writing. It's a short story I have in my second book called Blues, Blood, and Love. There's a paranormal romance type story in there. Remember I told you romance earlier? Okay. But there was a paranormal romance story. Anyway, the story I wrote in there, it's called, can't remember, the Forever House, the Forever Place. And it was actually the story I wrote it about the place where my wife and I, we had a separation years ago, and for a few months, and we went through some pretty rocky times there. I I wrote that story in relation to that and that house, and it was actually a couple that had died and come back, and so in the process of writing that and all the you know the thoughts that went through my head of the place and where we were It was a little cabin out up on a hillside, and where we stayed for a few days to kind of patch things up and all that. I mean, that just, I was in tears by the time I was in writing it. I couldn't even hardly hold back. It was really good. So that one, I definitely cried on.
Hell yeah. Now, did you struggle like to actually get that wrote? Did you even have points where you just went, you know what, screw this, I'm not doing this, I'm going to do something else? And then you finally went, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I actually had written a smaller version of it at first, and then I looked at it and I realized I was holding back. I mean, that's basically what it was. I was ready to scrap it all and just forget it, but then I really got into it and started just letting it all pour in, and then it turned into a bigger story. But that's that part of it, I definitely struggled to get through that one. Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
that was a tough one.
All
See,
right,
this
well,
is
go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
No, because I'm changing subject.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to finish out that thought then with this is why I love getting to interview all you different authors, because every one of you have so many similarities, and yet there's always those little nuggets, those little things that make each of you different in the process, in the writing. And as I've started writing, man, I've realized that, holy crap, I know way less than I ever thought I knew about writing. Like, okay, you know, so you're telling a story, you got to make sure you don't do this, make sure you do plenty of that, blah, blah, blah. And yet there's so much that you just don't know, the behind the scenes. It's like getting to see the bonus features at the end of a movie. You know, you see the movie, you know, the movie's great, enjoyed the movie, but what kind of crap did they go through to get here? Good example, Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail.
I love that movie.
That was apparently a miserable process of making that movie. So when they did The Life of Brian, they went completely different with that. And it was a much easier, fun process. And that's why I love doing these shows, to learn about the process, to learn what an author goes through to get out this book. And again, this is where Audible is both a blessing and a curse. You can get your content out there to more people. They can consume it quicker. They can absorb it. Problem is, they don't realize it took you 6 months, 8 months, however long to get this written. And now they're going, so where's the next one? And it's like, dude, do you just know what I just went through?
I can tell you honestly that the process and things that I went through just to get my first comic book that's about to drop, just to get that done, that could be a movie in itself, man. It's been a really long, rough road, man.
I have an author friend of mine. I'm sure you guys have heard of him, John Durgan.
Yes.
He's got the Cursed Among Us and all that. Well, he went through the process of doing a comic book before Cursed came out, and him and another guy, he was the artist and he was the writer, and all the struggles they went through, and he said it was just a lot harder to get a comic out than it was an actual novel. He was telling me about it. I thought, man, I bet it was. I can't even imagine going through all that.
Well, you know, everybody else knows, man, I started off because I had heart failure. And I ended up losing my job, and I ended up being home, and it was like, it's been a really long process and a really long struggle. And with all that and having to find like writing and then getting an artist and editing and it's just been an adventure. I tell you,
it is
finally.
Now, do you have,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you have like an end game for all this? I mean, like, do you have an ultimate goal, or are you just writing and whatever happens, happens?
It's a little bit of both. I do. I mean, there's part of me that wants to take it as far as I can take it, you know, go get an agent, do all that process and everything. And then there's a part of me that has so much fun being an indie that I kind of want to stay there too. If I can figure out a way to make them both work, then absolutely, I'm going to try my best to make that work to where I can do some, you know, like more like a hybrid model where I can do some indie and some, you know, bigger. But I don't know if that'll work or not. But at the moment, I'm just basically, I think I am really just trying to just write and see what happens, basically. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, guys, believe it or not, we have finally hit the hour. In fact, we're going to run a little bit over the hour, which is perfectly fine with me. do you guys have
Edmund's
any?
like, thank God.
Get me
Well,
away
there's-
from these freaking freaks. Right.
Hold on. You're not going anywhere yet, Jack.
No,
Edmund,
of
when
course
I was looking you up, I hit the Facebook page. I have to ask you about these coffee mugs. You know what I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about? Any of you see these?
No.
No way, but
Okay, they're like
What?
really, really cool. Some of them are like super, super tall, and they've got like all the bones of a skeleton with all the
I mean,
medical
I have a
terms.
pretty cool coffee mug.
That's actually pretty
There you
awesome.
go.
Anyway, I was going to ask you about the mugs because when I really looked at them, I don't think those things can hold liquid. Do you have any of these, or is this just somebody that that you're promoting?
What you're talking about the one I was here?
No,
and
I know, but that reminded me of it on your Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
There was all
Yeah.
these really cool mugs, all medical like mugs.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Some
No,
of them
actually,
look
I
like
think
they
those-
just wrapped it around. They didn't blend it. I'm all like, is that shit
Yeah.
even going to hold coffee?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I took I ordered them thinking that it would, but then I found out it wouldn't. So it holds pens and stuff now.
okay.
You know, they're
So that's
really
what I do
cool
with them.
looking. But I had
They
to
are
bring that
cool.
up.
They are cool, but yeah, I just put pens and stuff in them. Pens and pencils, whatever holds in there.
Hell, if I could get one that's got like just like a wrap of intestines, that would fit me like
Yeah, now you're talking.
to
Now
that would
you're
be
talking.
cool
That
as
would.
hell.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
All right, well, guys, he needs to get back to his book event that he's got going on, and well, we got to go back to like hiding in our.
No. We already know Edmund doesn't have to be at his table. He's already made that public.
Exactly.
That is true. That is true.
Exactly.
He's like Richard. He's got a self-running table, which is me when I'm over there doing all that. But guys,
Yeah.
it's been a great time, dude. I do want to have you back on again, especially when you get your
Okay.
next book out, and so that means we expect there to be another book after this book.
Yes,
Just-
sir.
Okay.
Just know we need you to keep going because, dude, you've been a riot. You have absolutely been
I
a
appreciate
blast, man. And so I am so glad I stumbled on you. I found you in Books of Horror and hit it off there. So thankful that you didn't think I was just some weirdo creeper, which I kind of am.
That's exactly
Well,
what he thought.
But
you don't
you
know,
know,
it takes one to know one. It takes one to know one.
I was gonna say, see, Dan, see, I'm not alone in this universe.
I mean,
So
Richard
there you
did
go.
warn me. He warned me.
Yeah, yeah,
You were-
yeah. Everybody has
Everybody's
been warned.
here.
Yep. So
Okay.
this has been the Book Asylum podcast, and like I do every single week because it's my show, I can do what the hell I want.
You need me?
We're gonna find
Okay,
out where
okay,
everybody on
okay.
this panel can be found and where their awesome products can be purchased from. We're gonna start off this week with ladies first, Kristen Vincent.
So yeah, you can find me on Facebook under Kristen Vincent author. Kristen, you can also find me.
That just went right off the freaking rails.
Back off the
Yeah.
edibles.
Yeah. So fast forward, let's re-begin. Facebook, you can find me on Kristen Vincent author. You can also find me on Instagram under Kristen Vincent author, and you can find me on TikTok as well under author K Vincent. And I can also put in the comments on my website as well that I just completed last night.
Definitely do that. Absolutely do that. My liege,
Yes,
Superior
sir.
Angelus Maximus.
Hang on.
Oh, we're gonna hold, sir. Hold, sir.
I'm coming back. Hang on.
He's making his way around. Making his way around. Cannot miss this.
Nope.
He's coming around. Here we go. Oh, he's getting back in. And it's
He thought he was out of the show.
yep. No, he's back in again.
Right when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
That's it.
I'm back in.
All right, my liege.
Hang on.
Where can
I'm coming
everybody?
back.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, this is so much fun.
Yep. Whenever you ready.
All right, my liege.
There I
Tell
am.
everybody where they can find you and what you've got currently going on.
Well, you can find me on Amazon. Look up Angelus Maximus for my historical fiction, or you can look up Angel Ramon for my horror book. and I have a brand new horror book coming that at the end of the month. And I will be putting a link to the pre-order in the comments section.
Pina
It's
coladas and rats, man. You can't go wrong.
And for Dungeondan, it's going to be mixed in with Santeria, Puerto Rican horror. Yeah, it's going to be a different kind of horror. So I hope you guys enjoy that. You go
I'm
to
looking
find
forward
me.
to it.
Me too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yep. It's on 99-cent pre-order, by the way. So it's the best time to go get it. And you could find me on the Written Undead. You could find me on the Book Asylum podcast. You could find me on the Asylum of Fear, and you could find me on my fan group, the Legionnaires of Anxious Maximus. And you could find me on Patreon on Anxious Maximus as well.
Fantastic. Moving on down the line, Mr. Castro, comic book extraordinaire.
Hey, what's going on?
Where can everybody find you, brother?
Best place to find me is DMW. D as in dog, M as in man, W as in what the fuck is going on?
Perfect.
DMWcomics.com. And you can go and check out my social links, and I have everything on there. Right now, I have my very first comic book, Bad Wabbit, #1, about to drop. Unfortunately, we were going to do it not this Friday, but next Friday, or this last Friday, but not this next Friday. Anyways, we were going to do it next Friday, and but because Facebook wanted to ban me for a month, we're going to wait a while, and we're going to do it after that. So
wonder why they want to ban you.
Yeah, everybody loves to ban me.
Well, hey, here's a good chance to flip them off because this is on Facebook.
There you go. But we're gonna release that. I've got all kinds of cool stuff going on there. I got exclusive statues, plushies, hoodies, shirts, the actual comic book, and just like all kinds of really cool stuff you can find on the Kickstarter. And you're only going to be able to get it on the Kickstarter. So definitely go check it out. It's dmwcomics.com. The link to the Kickstarter is in my social link tree thing on there. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be really awesome.
I'm already leaving for it, Anthony. I'm already.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's so many people so psyched for this. Like, I couldn't be more excited. It's been a long time coming.
Nice. All right, Dungeondan, how's your damn book coming, dude?
Oh, I've took a page out of your book. I've got a book, 3 short stories, and I'm already starting to graph a second book, and none of them are done.
We see, and Jeff Thompson is totally to blame for all this, right?
Yeah.
It's all at his feet. The blood is on his hands.
He's like, don't worry about structure, just write it down and fix it later. It's like, thanks, asshole.
Yeah. Fucking jerk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Love that freaking guy. Really do.
Yeah, me too.
All right, for the guest of honor, the one and only Edmund Stone, aka Larry's iPhone. Would you please?
Stick forever.
It is. Yeah, you're stuck with that going forward. Let everybody know where they can find you, how to get your freaking books, how to get into your mind, scarily enough.
You won't do that. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think I sent you my link tree, but I have it's edmundstoneauthor.com. You go there and that'll go to my Amazon page and all that. My Amazon page is Edmund Stone Author also, so you can go there and follow me on Amazon. I've been getting more followers lately, and that's wonderful. Edmund Stone Author on Facebook. Find me there. That's my author page, and I have a personal page too, but I'll answer to either one. But I like to pick up more followers if I can on Facebook, of course. My books are all on Amazon. The Within, a 3-part horror, is releasing on June 13th. It's up for pre-order now. There'll be the ebook will be coming out 13th. There'll be a print real close to that time or following. You can find me at edmundstoneauthor.bigcartel.com. That's where you find my books. You can get signed copies there. And the book Within will be on there soon. Plan to have some more Merc on there too. I'm starting to think maybe with this shirt we're talking about.
Hey,
Larry
that's a really good
Stone,
idea. You should totally do it.
he's on Larry's iPhone.
Yeah.
There you
How
go.
about that?
There's
Yeah.
a second
Dude,
shirt.
that would, and just a picture of a phone right in the middle with your book
Right.
cover on the screen.
Yes.
There you go. Perfect.
That would be genius. That would be absolutely genius. And of course, I came up with it, so it's bound
Yeah,
to
it's
go wrong.
great. It's great. And you might find yourself in a Kentucky horror book before much longer, but there you go.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take it.
No, Jack is in all kinds of parlors. He's
I'm
in all-
There you
everywhere.
go. Right.
I'm freaking
Yeah,
everywhere.
Jack
What can I
is
say?
a
What
hard
can I
the
say?
Caribbean. He even made it to the Caribbean.
I
I
did.
knew I left something out of mine.
Well, no, for a guy who's scared of
Okay.
planes. For a guy
Well, I'm
who's
the-
scared of planes.
That
Yeah,
man
no,
gets
I-
around more than a sailor.
I took a boat.
There you go.
I floated in. That's
No,
you
you
took
took a plane.
Yep.
Well,
Damn
it's
it.
been great being here. I've just told I need to get back to my table. Imagine
Well,
that.
Okay,
you
anyway.
need to get back to work, man. Well, go
All
sell
right.
some books.
Mhm.
Dude, we're rooting for your success. We're going to support. We're going to be behind you the whole way. Dude, drop links to your books on Facebook. We will share
Absolutely.
them. That is what we do. We share, and you'll be surprised by how much activity we can get with our little show. Because
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I'll
we-
definitely do that.
we got some folks that just, we put it up there and they're like, I got to get it. And they just go
Oh,
get
that's
it.
great.
So be
That's
sure
great.
that you get it out there. So for everybody watching at home, for this crew right here, which I still haven't figured out if they should be given rabies tests or not. I am Jack Childress. That is Dungeondan Uebel. Over there is Anthony Castro. Over here, Kristen Vincent and our little sickly one. How are you doing, little lady? Since you popped on, she got thumbs up. That's good. She's doing
All
okay.
right.
Kristen Vincent, my lead, Centurion Angelus Maximus, and the guest for the week, the one and only Edmund Stone, who was badass, top to
Yes.
bottom. Gonna
Absolutely
bring him
awesome.
back again.
Woo-hoo.
Thank
Absolutely had a wonderful
you. Had a
time.
great time.
So we will see you guys next week when our guest is the one and only C.A. Hoax. We got her Dead in
All
Texas
right.
series that we're going to be talking to her about. We will
Sweet.
see you guys then. In the meantime and in between time, stay frosty. Peace out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
My
Peace out.
man, Jack.